Hello, it is D Smith here with you. I know I have been so far behind with posting YouTube videos, but nonetheless, I'm here. If this is your first time, welcome. Once again, I'm D Smith, nail tech based out of Jacksonville, Florida, and also a nail success business coach. But today you're just going to watch me work doing a ombre technique using gel polish, right? Gel polish and acrylic. So let's get into it. Um, Basically here I'm just using my e-file to shape her nails instead of using my file. This is a full set of nails with two ombre nails on each hand. My camera does die at the end, but I got all of the important parts and I have a picture of the finished product at the end. So you will get to see, but the most important part is how I did it. So keep watching. If you have any other suggestions, topics, discussions, put them in the comments below. And also be sure to check out imdsmith.com. So now I'm doing the same thing on the other hand. I didn't need to slow it down and waste any more of your time watching, so I just sped it up. The angle on this hand is a little bit better, but just work with me as I get it right. So I'm doing the same thing here, making sure her nails are not too wide or anything like that. You can do this with your e file or your hand file. I decided to do it with my hand file. I mean my e file. Sorry. Don't judge my nails, or anything on my desk for that matter. Judgment free zone. The color that I'm using for this ombre is by Orly. Um, the gel polish, and I think the name of it is Here Comes the Sun. So just finishing up, making sure the nails aren't too wide. And now I'm gonna go ahead and start the important part, the fun part. Laying the acrylic and adding the gel polish. The primer here I'm using is Oshi, Oshi Nails Primer. It is an amazing primer. The acrylic is Oshi. The full system that I'm using here for the acrylic system is Oshi Nails. Acrylic system, an amazing system. Um, so I will put the base down. I'm going to start on the ombre nails first. So I put the base of the Klir down, and you'll see me do that on, she's getting two on the left, two on the right, ring finger and middle finger on both hands. So that's what I'm doing here, just putting the base down so the gel polish doesn't like stain or anything like that. Make sure that you apply the base really thin, um, because if you don't, you'll have to add additional color so it doesn't look like you have like a mark there. So be really thin with doing it, because I think one of them you may see in the video where I didn't make it thin enough by accident. I don't know what I was doing, what I was thinking, but it is fixable. And how to fix that, you'll just put extra the color that you're using on top of it, whatever you're ombreing with. Hopefully you're ombreing with Oshi nails, but if you're not, you want to make sure that you are putting enough. Same thing on the other hand, primer, putting a base coat of Klir down, and then I will go into adding the gel polish. If you have not followed me, make sure you follow me on Instagram and Facebook. The size brush I'm using, I believe, is a size 12. 10 or 12 is the size brush I'm using, just in case anybody would like to know. Here I am now applying the gel polish. You will do 2 coats of the gel polish, just like anything else um, that you would do 2 coats with or any other time. So I will apply it, cure it, and apply the second coat and cure as well. And the lamp that I'm using, it is a Color Club lamp. So there are no cords or anything on it. It's the wireless lamp. I am curing, I cure at 60 seconds versus 30 seconds. Just because I want to make sure it's nice and cured and done. And sometimes clients tend to take their hand out of the lamp. So even if they take it out, I have the additional time, and the lamp also comes on, activated like most lamps do. But I just do 60 seconds. Plus, if I'm going back and forth, I will, they'll at least get 30 seconds and I don't have to keep restarting it over. Now, here I'm just going ahead and coating this um, very, very thinly with a thin coat of clear acrylic. And then after you do this, you can go ahead and go in with your color. Now, the color that we will be using um, is from the Voyage collection of Oshi nails, and it is called Island Girl. Just doing the same thing on her other hand. Very thin coat on top of the gel polish. And you can basically do this with any any color. Um, I do find that not all acrylics blend well, so that's just with any ombre. So you got to make sure you are doing your ombre, that your bead is wet enough so it'll glide and all of that stuff. But outside of that, as long as you got that, it'll work. Here, I am just going through, and I just sped it up, going through doing the rest of her nails with Klir. Just basic acrylic application, nothing fancy. Um, because the rest of her nails will be Here Comes the Sun. There will be the the whole entire nail will be the color of the ombre, and I'm just going to use that gel polish to polish that. And so now we get into the ombre. So do not judge. I ask that you please do not judge this container of acrylic. I'm not exactly sure what happened to it, but hey, you know, it's been one of them types of weeks. Probably is what happened to it, but nonetheless, we're here for the ombre. Now, so once again, I am using the Island Girl acrylic color from the collection Voyage, and that's all I'm doing. I am creating the ombre with this color. It's a really soft nude. It's an amazing, amazing color. It looks good on um all skin tones, especially brown skin tones. It looks really, really well. And the crazy part is it looks good. It looks different depending on your skin tone. It's like one of those colors that looks different on everybody. So it's an amazing color. Um, so you can see even without putting clear on it, it ombre very, very well. It is a flawless ombre. So and we're going in with doing the same technique, placing our bead down and laying our product. And you don't have to always work in big beads. It's, however you work is how you work. Especially, I was trying to make sure everything was nice and neat. So don't feel bad if you work in small beads. You work how you work. Everybody is different. I was using smaller beads here. So you can see it's very flawless. The ombre, nice and smooth. I guess at some point I forgot to do her thumb. So this is me coming back to do her thumbnail with just the clear. So regular simple application. I guess I forgot. So here we are putting the acrylic on her thumb. And even if I use a one bead method on all other fingers, for whatever reason, I'm not sure why, if it's out of habit or what, I always use a two bead and up method when working on thumbs. I don't know why. It doesn't really matter what length of nail it is. I will always use a multiple bead application. Not sure why. Comment below and share with me what method do you use? Do you have a preferred method? One ball, two beads, five beads? What do you use? And so now I am moving to the other hand. Same thing. Um, about to put on the island girl, create a nice smooth ombre, and move on. The camera time, it took me about, I was at 45 minutes to an hour, because I had 38 minutes of footage, but I was like checking out the camera and all this other stuff, but it was like 38 minutes, um, because I started from the very, very beginning, but I'm sure you guys know how to put on the tips and cut them and all that stuff, so I just took that out. But if anybody want to know how long it took me, it took an average time 45 minutes to an hour. That's it. And so you can see right there on the finger, um, where I will go back in and I will put some more product because the clear was a little too thick. And so if it's a little too thick, it will make like a little ridge, like I told you guys earlier. So all you have to do is add a little additional product, because when you file, it'll be fine. So don't make the same mistake I did. How I did it, I'm not sure, but it happened. And that's the fix to it. Don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it. And let me know what other topics you guys would like to talk about. If you have questions, all of those good things. There is something in there. I don't know what it was, but I had to get it out. And so you see me going back, filling in the little scrape that I put in there, and you see me going back here to fix that line. I don't know if you see the line, but I see the line. So I'm going back and just adding that extra acrylic that we keep talking about. I'm just adding that in there, and voila, it fixed it. I am also going to do the same thing I did on the other hand, put clear on all the other nails. And so here, after we finish doing the rest of the nails, I do go back and I encapsulate in the ombre nails in clear. It is optional. When I first started doing ombre, when ombre became hot, I was not one to put the color to encapsulate the color in ombre. I mean in ombre. I wasn't one to encapsulate the ombre in clear. I tried it one day and I liked it, so I kind of kept doing it. But it's up to you if you want to encapsulate it. I think it helps. So just use the clear. Just use it. So here I am putting up everything. You will see me begin filing. If you want to know the size file that I use, the grit file that I use a 80/80 grit file. When I start hand filing, I'm just putting everything away and closing everything. If you don't know, I will spill something with the quickness, so I try to keep everything out of my way. So at this point, I go ahead and I start filing, and shortly thereafter, my phone dies. So, the next thing that you will see is the finished look of this set. So let me know if you like it. Let me know if you try it. Send me pictures and tag me in it. Let me know that you did it and what your thoughts about it. So don't forget to comment below and telling me all these things so I can have another video for you guys. Remember to remain persistent and consistent, and all things will happen. Toodles.